All right, very good evening and welcome to this session, which is basically focused on awareness of various opportunities. And one of the reasons why we at Condura do these sessions is because you, a student who has multiple opportunities in front of you, should know of various opportunities before you take the right decision and follow that career path. As a part of our series of lectures and sessions that we take, we cover various areas. Today it is focused on higher education opportunities and a very important aspect of the funding there. The fact of the matter is, with COVID receding, hopefully forever, because we are, however, being told about the third wave as well. But fact of the matter is, people today are again back to going to the foreign soil for higher education. I know of many students of mine, both GRE and IELTS, who had deferred their admission or deferred their plans of going abroad from 2020 to 21. Now, quite a few of them have taken the plunge. I'm sure there are many of you people who are planning to go abroad, probably to start your masters in the spring of 22, which starts in January, or maybe you are interested in the fall of 22, which starts in September of the 2022. Either way, what I'll be basically doing in this session is to explain to you what you need to do so that you are prepared for the same. And I will normally focus in this session on the finances, the cost, so that you are aware of the cost burden that you might have. And more importantly, I'll also be talking about what you can do to reduce the responsibility or the burden of the fees. Now, why is it that many students have started going abroad? One of the important reasons is not that India does not have good colleges. The fact of the matter is, India does have good colleges, but the unfortunate part of India is the competition is so much, and so is the population, that the seats that are there is grabbed by the best of the best. And it's a fact that majority of us are not best of the best when it comes to academics. We are probably above average, and unfortunately, with the limited number of seats that we have in India, above average students lose out. Thankfully for us, there has been a financial improvement that has taken place among the previous generation, which basically means there are quite a few parents who are there who today have been saving enough money to see to it that you, as students of India today, get good education, not necessarily only in India but across the world. One of the reasons why US is considered to be a very popular destination is because of the huge industry base it has, which obviously is also because of the culture that is there in US, which being a capitalistic market is highly consumption based, which basically means that irrespective of whichever area you belong to or whichever area you wish to do your masters in, US is considered to be a very good destination. But there are other countries which are tending to come up. For example, Canada, which has always been the second favorite, continues to be so. UK, Ireland, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, and today we are also hearing of many other countries in the continental Europe like Italy, Germany, Spain, etc. coming forward as well. Now, which country you should prefer, which college you should prefer, which course you should prefer, these are three very important questions that you need to be spending time before you decide on the career path that you choose. There are quite a few of my videos which are there. It's basically, you will be able to see that in the YouTube channel of ours. Please see to it that in case you do have any specific queries, you are looking at it, or you could possibly even write to me so that I'll probably be able to guide you as to what you need to do. Now, one of the very important questions that is often asked to me is, how expensive is the education in US? The fact of the matter is, US is like Mumbai. In case you have been to Mumbai, you will realize the fact that there are 5-star hotels, there are dhabas there, and the beauty is the quality of food and the taste of the food is not very different, which basically means you can get education which is expensive. You can also get education which is cheap, not in quality but in price, but you can also get 100% scholarship. The fact, therefore, is that you can get quality education at the cost that you can bear. It goes without saying that if you can afford good education, then private colleges can also be targeted, which basically means that the competition is going to be lesser because lesser number of people focus on these private colleges because the fees is high. But the beauty about the private colleges is most of these colleges are urban based, and they are based in such a place where jobs are huge. For example, you will see huge number of private colleges in the city of New York, in the city of Chicago, Bay Area of California, places where jobs are in plenty. But of course, they are going to be expensive. Similarly, if you are a person who is little careful about your budget for various reasons, you could probably look for states which are not as expensive. California, as I said, is an expensive place. Texas is not. However, the choice of the state is also a function of its local economy. I am sure you know of the fact that Michigan is known for its manufacturing and mechanical engineering type of jobs, because Michigan historically has focused on such sectors, including the automotive sector. As against that, if you talk about California, it's known today tremendously for the technology sector, and so is New York right now. So you could also look for certain states where the cost of living is not as high. You can also try to reduce the cost of your education by looking at rural colleges without compromising on the quality of the college. This is where you need to be very careful about the choice of college and the choice of course. Please see to it that you are speaking to experts who can probably guide you properly, because it's like a marriage, The fact of the matter is, once you go to a college there, you can't shift from one college to another, irrespective of whatever many people might say. So these are a few things that you need to bear in mind. In case you do have any queries, please see to it that you are penning it down in the discussion forum so that I can take it up. As I said, we at Condura take periodic sessions on various areas. The reason is to see to it that you are empowered with the right information. Now, how much would it actually cost in US? That depends. If you are going for a public college, normally per year the amount of expense that you need to incur would be around $20,000 for studies alone. Now, 2-year course would basically set you back by $40,000. Apart from that, the living cost, look at it at around $1,500 to $2,000 per month. But fact of the matter is, most of the Indian students make up for the second year of education, the fees, as well as the living cost through part-time jobs. So net effect is you should plan probably to have 20 to 25 lakh of rupees with you to see to it that you are getting quality education. And of course, if you are aiming to go to a place which is expensive in terms of cost of living as well as tuition fee, you probably would have to look at 40 to 45 lakhs to be comfortable in. Do remember the fact that you can further reduce the cost by maintaining good profile and getting a good score in both GRE and IELTS. You should fight for teaching assistantship, you should fight for research assistantship, and it's not very tough to get few credit waivers. There are many mechanisms, and one of the most important mechanism is to project your right profile and apply to colleges at the right time. This is the reason why I'm conducting the seminar today, because you need to understand the admission for the fall of 22 is supposed to open in a couple of months' time, and therefore, in case you have not been preparing for IELTS or GRE, this is the right time for you to do so, so that by September, when the window for the fall of 2020 will open, you are ready to submit your application and take benefit of the early admission. If you are a person looking for spring of 2021, which is January of 2022, you should be aware of the fact that by now the admission process has already commenced. It normally peaks sometimes in the mid of September, and by October mid, the admission process actually peters down, alright? So you probably have 1 month to strengthen your profile and to see to it that you're applying so as to improve your chances of getting admission in a good college. So these are a few things that you need to be aware for. Dinesh is asking, is it possible to apply for spring of 22? Dinesh, answer is yes. I just answered that. The peaking of the applications will have sometime around the September, but earlier you apply, the better it is, of course. So answer is yes, you can apply for the spring of 2022. But if you have not given your GRE as yet and you see the need for, couple of months for preparation, then probably you will miss that bus. But in case you are going to use the power of your profile and IELTS, then of course, spring of 2022 is still a good possibility. Is GRE waived off for 2021-22? Bala, one of the important points that you need to understand is GRE waiver, the statement is something that you need to carefully read. The statement that is said in the college application brochure or the website is GRE is not mandatory, but if you have GRE, you will be preferred. You need to understand the fact that these rules are not made just for India. These rules are made for the global audience. There are many countries around the world, including, for example, a few in Africa where GRE has still not, the window of GRE has not been opened. So obviously those citizens of those countries cannot apply for US if GRE had been mandatory. But in India, GRE window is open, you can actually write it. So do remember the fact that if you're taking benefit of the GRE waiver, that might be a disadvantage for you, because that basically means that the weightage that will be given to your profile is going to be more. So unless your weightage is phenomenally beautiful, please see to it that you are augmenting that with a good GRE score. Alright, so don't take benefit of it, because we Indians normally do decently well in GRE, and that helps us offset any lacunae or any gaps that might be there in the profile, and we Indians normally have it because we wake up in the last minute. Alright, so that is something that you need to remember. I have this question: if I score 295 in GRE, will I be able to get admitted in any of the colleges in universities in Texas for MS in construction management? Yes, 295 is not a very bad score. 295 is very decent enough. I mean, of course, it could have been better, but you also need to tell me how much is the score that you got in QR, which is the quantitative reasoning. Do remember the weightage for QR is more than that for verbal. But yes, you should be able to get it decent college in the field of construction management. But please see to it that you're spending some time in framing a good SOP, because remember, if your GRE score is a bit weak, then you need to strengthen your profile a little more. Alright, so see to it that you are writing well in your SOP and then applying on time. Alright, I have Krishna asking, currently I'm a third year student. I'll graduate in the July of 22. When should I start preparing for GRE? Krishna, you should have started preparing for GRE already. If you are planning to go to US in the August of 2022, do remember the fact that the application window will start in the September of 2021, which means it's going to start in a couple of months' time. So by then, if you are able to write your GRE, write your IELTS, and have, be ready with your SOP, etc., then you will be able to take advantage of the early admission window which opens in the September of 2021. But that is not to say that you need to hurry up. If you do believe that by waiting for 1 or 2 months, that is probably October or November, your profile can be better, then don't hesitate delaying it a little bit. But do remember, if you are able to submit the application earlier, then the chances of getting admit, chances of getting scholarship, etc. is also much higher. I have a question being asked, sir, I have completed my BTech in 2021, can I apply? Of course you can apply. The beauty about US is you will find quite a few people with breaks in their career. You will find quite a few people, and it's not just US. You will find even in Europe, all right, in most of the developed countries. So 2020, you of course can apply. So I don't see any reason why you should not. I have Saurav asking, how is Texas TAMU for MS in mechanical engineering? Saurav, TAMU is a fantastic college, sweetheart. All right, it's a beautiful college. So there's no denying, there's no doubt in it. And Texas has been growing quite aggressively. So I would have recommended TAMU to anyone and everyone. But of course, do remember how good it is also is a function of how good your profile is. If you do have a better profile, then there are colleges better than TAMU too. So you should fight for it. I have Lavanya asking, sir, is it good to take masters in environmental engineering abroad? Answer is yes. Especially if you come from civil engineering background, do remember environmental engineering is a big thing today with global warming impacting us and more people becoming conscious of the impact of global warming because nature is reminding us of the same. Let's not forget environmental engineering is catching up in a big way. You could do your environmental engineering, get into good organizations that include United Nations, for example. So yes, environmental engineering is a hot area to be. especially as I said, if you are coming from a civil engineering background, but it is not necessary that you have to be from civil engineering background to get into the field of environmental engineering. So the answer is of course yes. All right. Now, once again, to all of you people, if you do have any query, I'm leaving my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 8897 600 333. In case you do have any query, please see to it that you are pinging me up. I make it a point to respond, but do give me a few, some time. Don't give me a question, then start every 1 hour, put a question mark. I normally tend to reply late in the night when I'm free. All right. So 8897 600 333 would be my WhatsApp number. Any queries you might have on study abroad, any country, don't hesitate writing to me. All right, now I am being asked a few more questions, so let me take it up. I have a question being asked by Ram. Can you please suggest top 5 college for MS in industrial engineering in US? So please do have a look at my videos here. There are quite a few videos which specifically focus on colleges. Focused on colleges in the basis branch wise. All right. Do remember US is different. Industrial engineering, for example, is a area that you will find around Ohio. You will find big time in Michigan, etc. So there are quite a few good colleges which are there. In case you want me to review your profile, please see to it that you are submitting me your resume to my WhatsApp. I'll probably get back to you with the choice of colleges. The point that you need to understand, it's not the top 5 college. I might love the top 5 beautiful women in the world, but sweetheart, the question is, can I deserve them? Can I get them? So the point that you need to understand is, you should be asking me the top 5 colleges that are suitable for you. That should have been the right question. All right, are spring deadlines still open? Answer is yes, they are open. They will be open for at least a month and a half. Sir, can I do a job for 1 to 2 years and later apply for masters? Will that help in any way? Shreyas, the point that you need to understand is, if the job is in line with the place where line with the area or the program that you wish to do, then yes. For example, let us say you wish to do your masters in data sciences, but if you end up getting a job which is not related to data sciences, it's not an advantage. So my suggestion is very simple. The chances of you getting a job in an exciting area which you would probably go for higher education is less. For example, look at IITians. Most of the IITians, they do get very good jobs, but they prefer higher education. So for MS, you don't need experience. MBA abroad, yes, experiences will be given a lot of weightage, but MS, I would suggest, job might not be a good idea, especially so if the job is in different area from the area where you wish to do your MS in. All right, spring, summer deadline still open. I have already answered that. Answer is yes. What would be good for data science in you? What areas would be good? Aditi, there are too many beautiful colleges in the field of data sciences. Every college worth the salt has started program on data sciences because the demand for this area is huge. So, too many good colleges to even name off. All right. So, data sciences is doing quite well. Business analytics is doing quite well. Data analytics is doing quite well. So these are all evolving areas to be. So depending on how strong you are, business analytics would be probably a little easier, especially so if you're not very, you don't have this interest so much in coding, etc. So there are a lot of choices that you have. It depends on your prior experience, the prior skill that you have, and of course the goal that you have in front of you. Can you please make a video on how to approach a professor for supervision masters in CS? Utkarsh, I will, but the fact of the matter is, professors normally don't respond back for masters. The fact of the matter is they get a lot of mails, so I have not noticed normally they don't. If you are, however, a person who is applying for PhD, the chances of them responding back is much higher. So to approach a professor abroad, a professor you do not know, unless until you have a phenomenal amount of good work. Let us say you publish a fantastic paper. The best way is to write to them saying that, look, this is my background. I am doing research in the area where you are good at, and I have published this paper, and then hope that they will open that and read it. And then yes, you can expect a response. But otherwise, for a student applying for MS, for a professor to get back would be a challenge. Because believe me, they'll be inundated with a lot of such requests, and therefore they don't entertain it as much. I'm from Triple background. It is possible to get admissions in data sciences. Dinesh, answer is yes. Please don't ever look at data sciences as a separate, computer science oriented course. Data sciences is technology which can be applied in various areas, including electrical engineering. All right. So the answer is yes. Data science, basically, I have a lot of my students coming from electrical, mechanical engineering students who have actually shifted to the field of data sciences. But what is important is that, you do some grounding in data sciences. The reason is it should not so happen that when you end up in the college, you don't understand anything about that area. So you have to build that expertise. All right, so I guess that's all for the day. The whole idea, as I said, is at Condira, we make it a point to conduct regular sessions of this nature to help you, solve any of the doubts that you might have. As I said, my WhatsApp number is 8897. I'm putting it again here, 8897600333. If you do have any queries, please don't hesitate pinging me in, and I will try to answer as I can. Lavanya is asking me, sir, lately I got to know that we can get admission to masters through GATE exam. Is that true? Lavanya, answer is yes. Very few select colleges. There are quite a few colleges in Germany which were open to GATE. Of select colleges in US are also open to GATE, but they are too select, and you have to get a very good rank. Let's not forget, I have All India rank 17 in GATE. I did join Indian Science Bangalore for my MTech. Sweetheart, getting a good rank in GATE is much tougher. Therefore, to get admission abroad with a GATE score will be a challenge unless until you have a very good GATE score. What are the locations should I choose for data sciences? Aditi, data sciences is very strong across the US. But having said that, data science is preferred, more in the startup community. So the favorite areas would be Bay Area in California, of course, but it will be expensive. So Texas would be probably another choice you can look for. The other area would be New York, which will be expensive. So you could probably look at New Jersey area, or the states around it like Connecticut, etc. Alright, electronics and instrumentation engineers, I want to do a master's in Canada. Alright, specific ones, please ping me so that I can respond back to you on that, because these are very specific to individuals. The agenda point of this is to take questions which probably, when answered, would be useful for quite a few people. So once again, I have put in my WhatsApp number, so you are free to ping me and get to know of it. Are there universities where can get admit into the masters by thesis program without having prior supervision approval? Answer is yes. Yes. Alright, I have Devendra asking, do I get good colleges for fall of 22 if I apply in December? Yes, Devendra, please don't think that all the good colleges will be closed by December. They are likely to be closed after the new year. Most of the colleges will good colleges will close by January 15th. But do remember, the earlier the better. But if you, as I did say, if you believe that you can improve your profile a little bit, if you can get a paper published, for example, then a little delay is not a bad delay. It might actually be useful for you. Is it worth publishing research papers in the paid international journal? Sort of understand the fact that it is not publication, it is the quality of publication. And quality of publication is defined by the impact factor. And impact factor is obviously higher if the publication ability, the chances of publication is lower. So they are not, when you say that you have published a paper, they are not going to just ask for it. They are going to ask, where have you published? So if you have got it published by giving money, it obviously means that that publication is not that reputed, which means the weightage will not be so high. So it is the quality of research that matters, not just any research that you have done. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. And let's be in touch. As I said, I will be doing these sessions quite regularly, at least once in a month. And I hope you guys will take whatever you can and take the right decision on the 3 C's I keep talking about: the choice of the country, the choice of the college, and the choice of the course. Guys, thank you so much. Take care.